Hello everyone, on 26th of February 2025. Today I want to bring to you a game against a friend of mine, another friend. You tend to play players locally in Bristol or wherever city or country you're from, and you tend to see them quite a bit. You play them quite a bit because there are so many clubs in your country, only one league, but so many divisions with so many players in each division and each team. And if you're in the same division, you're going to play each other at least twice a season, and you times out by so many years, and you get to play them quite a lot. This guy, Nigel Pollett, a good friend of mine from Horfield. I've only ever known him at being at Horford Chess Club since the 90s. He was there, but we were both Horford players not long after, well, a bit of time after this. But I was playing for South Bristol at the time, so I'd been involved with both those two clubs quite heavily. But it's the first time I played Nigel. I think I played him second time I played him season 4, and we had a draw. This time we were playing at Horfield, I believe, and I was black, and Nigel's began the game. Oh, let me just tell you something else. Nigel's rating at that time was, in today's ELO ratings, about 1585, and I was 1690. So neither of us were like budding world champions, but we were getting there. So Nigel began with e4. I played c5. I like to play Sicilian quite a lot. Knight f3, d6, knight c3, which is a bit unusual, but is playable. It is known. Knight c6, bishop c4, knight f6, d3, a6, a3, bishop g4, pinning the knight to the queen. And he didn't like that, so he wants me to do something about my bishop. So I took the knight, he took the queen, and then I dived into knight to d4. Now, he's got to go back to d1, because otherwise I've got knight takes pawn check, and I win the rook in the corner on a1. So he's gone back, and now I attack the bishop, b5. This is the way the Sicilians often played, with a queenside attack, and white plays down the kingside generally. e6, bishop e3, rook c8, knight back to e2. He wants to swap off now that knight, so I swapped with him because otherwise I'd lose a pawn on d4. So queen e2, queen takes knight, queen takes knight, bishop e7, castle, castle, f4, e5. So he's gone queen f3, rook c6, rook f2, push the c pawn on, pawn takes, rook d8, attacking my queen, queen c7, c3, rook b1. Now I'm applying some pressure now down his queenside on that pawn. Without being able to move that b pawn, it's going to be a little bit difficult for him, because it means he's going to be on the defensive. So he's gone back bishop b1, queen c8. Oh, now he's looking at doubling his rooks here on the d file, which is a strong move, good move. I played queen e6, and he's harassing my rook on b8, so I immediately send it away, and it's gone back to f2. So g6, bishop h4. That's a bit of a nuisance. It means it's tying my pieces down a bit, because I've got to do something about this. So I move my rook to b1 to keep the pressure on that b pawn. Now he's applying even more pressure on f6, so I move my king up to make sure he couldn't do that. Queen e2, knight h5. This looks like a nice tasty place to put my knight in on f4 at some point. So he didn't want to swap bishops, he went bishop back f2. Now my bishop's attacking his rook on d2. He's gone back to d1, and then the knight comes in to f4. It's looking good for me now. In fact, I'm getting as much as a 3.3 now advantage. If you look at the bar on the side of the chessboard, there's a bar going up with a red line. The more white you see, the better it is for white. The more black you see, the better it is for black. So it's a bit like a thermometer, it's with low or high. So I'm definitely doing better now. This is what you would call probably a winning position. So he played queen c2. Had to put it somewhere, and he felt that was the best place. So rook back to f7. I'm taking my time. I'm not in any rush here. And then he made a real bad mistake. Really bad mistake. Can you see what that is? If you look, you'll see there's an arrow pointing to h3. Obviously, you can see what it is. Knight takes pawn check. Pawn takes bishop check. And king g2. So his king's wide open now. His defence has been stripped bare. My king's very safe. And I'm a pawn up. So this is good. It's not easy to win, but I'm doing well. So I double up the rooks on that b pawn, which I'm about to win. He can't stop me winning that. So he pushed it forward and I took. And he had to move his queen, so he went queen d3 to attack my bishop, which I moved back to f4. It's a very good bishop there. Monster bishop there. And he played c4. Rook to c7, attacking that pawn. And he felt that if he went queen to d5, after queen takes, he could take with that c pawn. Except I don't have to do that. I can play rook takes c4. It will mean doubling up my pawns here, but it get me the pawn. So I'm now 2 pawns up. And I've got a 6.1, which is a crushing. So I'm winning. I'm definitely winning. It's a one game. But as I've always said, when you have a one game, you still got to win it. Because if you don't, you're going to be crying afterwards. So, rook down to d7 check. King h6. And he's after the pawn on e6. So I push my b pawn and I'm ready to come down with rook to c1, and that will cement that queen square for my pawn after rook takes rook. If we get that far, he's moved his king up to f3. It's a bit desperation now. I don't really know what he feels he can do, so I checked him first, and now I made a really stupid mistake. I had a checkmate here and I just didn't think about it. Because I was winning anyway, I got lazy. I should have played, as the arrow shows you, rook to g3 check, and then when he goes king to h4, I just play g5 check mate. Simple as that. But like I said, I got lazy and I thought, well, I'm winning anyway, so I just pushed my rook down. So Nigel knew this, so that's why he went rook takes bishop, and I went pawn takes back. And then he took the pawn, and I just checked him. And that's when he resigned. Because he's going to lose a bishop. He can't move. I could have took the bishop last go, but at the same time, if he goes king takes pawn, rook takes bishop, I got his king in the open there. And he's wide open. I'll get my queen, and then it shouldn't take long checkmate. So that was the win. First win over Nigel Pollett, who I played twice and drew in on the first game. Good friend. He was a good captain of the team I was in. He did his job well, and he's a very nice guy. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the game, and I'll try and bring you another one as soon as I can. Thank you.